Dr. Ali, Deputy Governor Wajir, Host Governor, His Excellency Nadif Jama Aden. Haya, tupige makofi tafadhali. Tuwapige makofi tafadhali. Haya. Tuwapige makofi tafadhali. Host MP, Honorable Retired Major Deku, karibu. Haya, tuwapige makofi tena wageni wetu wa leo. Tuwapige makofi ya mwisho tafadhali. Haya, karibu Mr. Muga.
Asante sana mwenzangu. Asante sana, karibuni sana katika hafla hii ya Devolution Sensitization Week 2026 hapa Garissa County, na tunashukuru sana wageni wetu wa heshima wakiongozwa na waziri wetu wa afya Mheshimiwa Aden Duale, tukiongozwa pamoja na gavana wetu wa hapa Mheshimiwa Nadif Jama, pamoja na kiranja wa magavana ama wa baraza la magavana Benjamin Cheboi, ambaye akiwa pamoja na gavana wa Mombasa Abdul Samad Sharif Nasir. Tukianza kwa haraka, ningeomba sisi sote basi tuwe tumesimama wima kwa ajili ya wimbo wetu wa taifa pamoja na wa Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki ukichezwa na DJ wetu.
Tutimize na malengo yetu, jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuajibike, tuimarike, umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Tukiwa tumesalia hivyo wima, ningependa kumkaribisha Sheikh Hassan Abdi aweze kutuongoza kwa maombi.
Bismillah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wa bihi nasta'inu ala umuri dunya wa din wa ba'd. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم إنا نسألك الأمن والسلامة والطمأنينة والاستقرار في بلدنا هذا وسائر بلادك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم أصلح أئمتنا وولاة أمورنا إلى ما تحبه وترضى يا أرحم الراحمين وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Asante sana, naomba tuweze kukaa katika viti vyetu. Na wale wote ambao hawajapata nafasi ya kukaa, tafadhali naomba tuweze kukaa upande wa nyuma, tuko na hema ambazo tungeweza kutumia pale. Watu wa Garissa, hamjambo? Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Mmefurahia ya kwamba viongozi wetu wako na sisi hapa siku ya leo? Ningependa sasa kumkaribisha mkurugenzi mkuu wa baraza la magavana ama ukipenda Council of Governors, Madam Mary Mwiti, ili aweze kutuongoza kwa program inayosalia. Wapi makofi ya Madam Mary Mwiti?
Thank you very much, Muka. Watu wa Garissa wote hamjambo. Hamjambo. Kama unaniona tafadhali nipungie mkono. Sisi tumefurahi sana, sijui kama nyinyi mmefurahi. Mmefurahi? Kwa majina naitwa Mary Mwiti. I'm the CEO of the Council of Governors, and allow that first, Your Excellency, the CS for Health, CS Aden Duale, who's really honored his presence with us this morning. We truly appreciate your coming. His Excellency, the Governor, Host Governor, Governor Nadhif Jama, His Excellency, the Governor for Baringo, and the Whip of the Council of Governors, Governor Benjamin Cheboy, the Chair of Health from Mombasa County, Governor Abdul Swamad, the PS Health, PS Devolution, the Senator of this great county, the MP in charge of regional development, where devolution sits, Mheshimiwa, and all other guests that are present, the deputy governors that are present. We have Wajir, we have West Pokot, we have all the way from Mandera, and many other dignitaries from the ministries and from civil society, from the partners and the like. Allow that I set the context for this 4th Devolution Sensitization Week, and allow that I don't read the speech in the interest of time. We expected that we would start the program by 10 o'clock, but of course, Garissa being an entity and a county that is extremely very welcoming, we were not able actually to even move off the crowd. So tujipigia makofi. Na hata kama muda umesonga sana, natumai ya kwamba tutaweza kufanya maneno yale ambayo yalituleta hapa, na niseme ya kwamba devolution is one of the things that this constitution gave this country. Looking at what has happened in Garissa County, looking from the roads that we've come from the airport, and all the infrastructure development that there is, and the fact that the 4th Devolution Sensitization Week is none other county other than the Garissa County, I want to confirm that devolution indeed is working. The reason as why we hold a Devolution Sensitization Week is just for 3 reasons. One is to engage with the community so that the community can be able to tell us for real and in terms of service delivery, how we delivering to the community, and in so doing, are we living to the tenets and the principles for which devolution was set? And I believe by all principles, I tend to believe that devolution is working. Number 2, the reason as why we hold Devolution Sensitization Week, and this year's Devolution Week, Sensitization Week theme is Devolution for Better Health, Empowering Communities. And that's why we've set, together with our esteemed partners, the County Government of Garissa and the Council of Governors, we've done a medical camp so that we offer various medical services to wananchi wa Gatuzi la Garissa. Number 3 is to ensure that 13 years into devolution, devolution is no longer just a promise, but devolution is a practice. The essence of why people are saying that we cannot go too far because going to access medical services is too far, that fallacy has already been demystified in the fact that we have the health function that is working, that is a fully devolved function. And most importantly, our people now have the voice to ensure that whatever development that there is, then their voice is heard. And that's why we want to come here and ask, in terms of the budget preparation, is the voice of Garissa residents found in the budget preparation? Are the programs that are being conceived, is the voice of Mwananchi found? And in terms of public participation, do we do public participation for purposes of ensuring that we conceive projects that address the real needs of the citizen? And I tend to think this is why we are here. Number 3, ni kuhamasisha wananchi about the rights in terms of land rights, in terms of legal aid, in terms of the rights that exist amongst the women, the youth, and of course the persons living with disability. Because as it is at the Council of Governors, devolution does not envision leaving anyone behind, but rather ensuring that we carry everyone along, because this is what devolution was envisioned for. So with that, those very many remarks, I want to confirm that we have partners that have supported us, and I will be able to mention them at the end of this function, but we cannot thank you enough for the service that you've rendered. And of course, our MPDSR champions that have been the forefront in ensuring that we live the tenets and the principles for which the health function was devolved to ensure that service delivery is a success. So in a nutshell, that's why we are here for purposes of engaging you the next 3 days in various thematic areas so that to interact na residents of Garissa County. Tupigieni makofi gatuzi tafadhali. CS, with those many remarks, allow that whoever that I call here, please, kwa sababu ya kuokoa muda, naomba tafadhali tuwe wachache wa maneno ili tuweze kukamilisha ratiba ama program ambayo tumeweka mbele yetu. Allow that I invite the partners and other distinguished guests that we just want to deliver 3 or 4 minutes at most remarks so that you can be able to conclude the purpose for which this is concerned. But even the morning, the program that has already gone into CS, it was actually extremely very, very important. And that's why we are here to engage with the community. Allow that I invite on stage none other than Simon Zioki, the County Director, Danish Refugee Council, who is one of our partners that will be following up just in the panel soon after this. Zioki, I pray that we don't read speeches today. We'll just deliver remarks for purposes of understanding one another. Welcome, Zioki.
Salam alaikum. All protocols observed because of time. I'm Simon Nzioka, County Director for Danish Refugee Council in Kenya. And I'm here to represent partners who are working with the county government of Garissa. I want to say that this is a great county with great potential. And as partners, we have worked very closely with the county government of Garissa. We have worked very closely with the county secretary, through which we have been able to support partners' policy, which is the first in the ASO counties. And that has given us the guidelines that all partners are learning into and also are able to ensure that we coordinate properly with the county government. A lot of achievements have been made to date, ranging from health to self-reliance and livelihoods, to water and hygiene. And these are areas which are core to this county. And as we engage closely with the county government, led by the great governor of this county, it has been our pleasure as partners to see how best we bring together our resources so that we can add value to this county. As partners, we are saying that we are here to align with the government frameworks. We have the KISEDEP, we have the CNDP that is guiding us. But of course, at the national level, we have the national government-led Shirika plan, which is looking into ensuring proper alignment, but also looking into the refugees which are also hosted by this great county. There is potential, and for us, is humanitarian responsibility of taking care of the refugees is also a development opportunity. And for us, we are looking to see how best we can work with the county government and the national government to see the development opportunities that we can tap from the presence of the refugees in this great county. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.
Tupigie Nzioki makofi tafadhali. Next is a partner that has worked with us for the last 13 years of devolution, and this is none other than M-Pesa Foundation that has been in the forefront of ensuring that we open up devolution in terms of partnership, and we do not take for granted M-Pesa Foundation that you found a worth partner in the Council of Governors. Allow that I invite Ambassador Maalim Mohammed to come and deliver his remarks as we appreciate you for the many partnerships that we've had previously. Thank you very much.
Waziri Duale, Excellency Governors present here, members of Parliament, I see a lot of very heavy weight here. I cannot possibly try to recognize all of you, but assume that I've seen you and I recognize you accordingly. I'll be very short. Waziri, thank you so much, and Governor Nadif for the opportunity. Today you can see I'm branded. I know a lot of you know me in different capacities, but today the reason why I brought my overcoat is because I'm branded. I'm a trustee in the M-Pesa Foundation, among other national responsibilities that I have. So I'm here in that capacity today, and happy to partake in this very important sensitization week in Garissa. I was telling the team from M-Pesa, and I'll ask them to stand up in a minute. Team from M-Pesa, where are you? You are not one, I saw like 10 of you. Okay, they're somewhere, they're good people. So I was telling them this, I was telling you this morning, when we overflew this Garissa primary school, that's the school I went to, and we were the first class 1 students in independent Kenya in 1964. I don't know what year governor came in. Was 65 or 66 or 70? Okay. So we're proud to be the first ever post-independence Kenya school-going children in 1964 in this primary school. So we're happy. But briefly, Waziri, M-Pesa has invested about 1.1 billion Kenyan shillings in the last couple of years in the area of health services, about 169 million. And basically, this is a philanthropic arm of Safaricom. And we are concerned about what you call the 3 Ds. Delay in seeking healthcare, delay in reaching the healthcare, delay in receiving the healthcare, specifically in the area of maternal and child health, which unfortunately, according to Kenyan statistics, those who newborns in hospitals in Kenyan national statistics about 61%, against an unfortunate figure of about 36% in Garissa. This is against fertility rate in Garissa of about 6.1 against the national figure of about 3.9, which means we produce in Garissa twice as much as other parts of the country put together on an average. So this puts an immense responsibility on us. So we try to put emphasis in the area of maternal child health through a program called Uzazi Salama program, among other programs like fistula program, infrastructure program, and the program of medical camps that you saw. Waziri, I want to assure you that we are partners with you in the health sector, and therefore we stand guided under your leadership to work with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. We have so many CEOs around, and to represent them is the CEO IGRTC, who will be able to recognize them briefly. Then I will proceed with the program. CEO IGRTC, briefly. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mary. CS for Health, Honorable Adan Duale, Governor Nadif of Garissa, Governor for Baringo, Cheboy, Governor Abdul Samad of Mombasa. We also have our Senator, the Chair of the Devolution Committee, Senator Abbas of Wajir. We have the Honorable Chairman, National Assembly, Devolution Committee, Honorable Jack Kapong, and our PS for Devolution, Lena Salon, Deputy Governors present, Members of Parliament present, Members of County Assembly, the Honorable Speaker of Garissa County Assembly, and all of us. Let me take this opportunity to say, Amjambo tena. CS, I will not take much of your time. I want to first of all, I'm very proud. I have come here and I have found quite a number of our colleagues with Mary, the CEOs who are here from this county and the neighboring counties. Kindly, if I may seek, if you may rise. CEOs, kindly come up front for the CEOs from, yes, CEOs, Nakone Karibu. I saw another, the CEOs who are here, kindly come up front, kindly. We are happy to support the county government of Garissa, as well as also Council of Governors. These are the CEOs who we have here. Mary, can they just say their institutions? Kindly.
Assalamu alaikum, Waziri Salam. I'm Harun Yusuf, CEO of National Council for Nomadic Education Kenya.
Jina langu ni Kevin Osido, County Governance Watch. Asanteni.
Hared Adan, Kano retired CEO, National Drought Management Authority.
So thank you very much. I serve as the CEO for Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee. Hiyo ni jobo ambayo inawezesha uhusiano mwema kati ya county governments 47 na national government. And I want to be proud of the work that has been done. And CS, I want to stand here and confirm that this administration has demonstrated in action that the 47 county governments can work harmoniously with the national government, and there have been less disputes for this term that we have had the president as the head of state. And I want to also appreciate the governors themselves for really being able to work closely with national government. I have quite a number of reports that I can give on the action out of collaboration between the two levels of government. And I would first, in your presence, CS, the health being a function that has been fully devolved, the collaboration that you have reached with the county government has enabled SHA to be rolled out effectively. The issue of CHPs is working very well. The issue of KEMSA, payment of pending bills, and also supplies is working very well, and it is in record. So I really want to appreciate the county governments and also the national government for the good effort that they are putting to ensure that services are delivered, and politics is handled otherwise. But when it comes to service delivery, we want to really appreciate. Secondly is also to appreciate the Council of Governors, Secretariat, for really supporting the governors where we will not be able to reach the 47 county governments. The Council of Governors Secretariat has done well. And we want to appreciate our CS in State Department for Devolution. You have really guided the stakeholders within devolution to ensure service delivery is delivered. Such initiatives of sensitization is one of the objectives of devolution, was to ensure that services are taken to the counties and further decentralization. So Governor Nadif, this is a very good initiative, and we want to encourage, as we progress in devolution, that we have more of these sensitizations further down, even to the municipalities, to the wards, to ensure that all Kenyans understand what devolution is. And from where I sit, CS, I think we have done very much in this term. There is more to be done in the second term.
Thank you very much. I tend to believe that it's quite evident. Allow that I invite the host county commissioner who was with us, just welcome us. Then I will go straight now to the deputy speaker of this county. Karibu.
Garissa iko na amani, Garissa iko na fursa ya kupatia kila mtu nafasi ya kuwa. Karibuni sana. Asanteni.
Thank you very much, County Commissioner. Kongamano la magavana, gatuzi la magavana wataweza kujadiliana na kuhakikisha wameteua ile gatuzi ambalo litaweza kuhost the next devolution conference. So allow that I invite the Deputy Speaker and the MCA of this area, Honorable Mustafa Abdurrashid. Karibu.
Thank you very much. Honorable Chief Guest, Alambare Duale, the Chairperson of Council of Governors, the Host Governor, PS Devolution, Honorable MP Garissa County, the Speaker of Garissa County Assembly, and the Honorable Members of Garissa County Assembly and the rest of the country, distinguished partners, the County Commissioner, religious leaders, all the guests, ladies and gentlemen. I had a speech, but because of time I couldn't read. Mine is to thank everyone for coming to Garissa and coming to Iftin Ward where you are all being hosted. I want to thank the Council of Governors for listening to my governor, for allowing them to be hosted in Garissa County. I had a very wonderful speech because I was among the firstborn, the people who are the pioneers of the devolution. And I wanted to give a story of the devolution today. But unfortunately, because of the time, I couldn't do that. Mine is to welcome everybody,
Before I leave the podium, allow me, Chief Guest, to introduce the MCAs of Garissa and the rest of the other MCAs. Obviously, I can't introduce the rest of the MCAs, but they will just stand from where they are and then wave to the Chief Guest. Honorable members from Garissa County Assembly, please. Chief Guest, behind you, you have the honorable members from Garissa County Assembly. I think I don't have to say the names. That is enough. The rest of the county assembly is present, honorable members present from the other parts of the country. Thank you very much. I thank you.
Area MCA, you will still tell the story of devolution in the clinics that you are hosting. So allow that I invite the Speaker of Garissa County Assembly, Honorable Abdi, to come and just give his remarks, then we'll proceed.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Cabinet Secretary, CS Duale EGH, Council of Governors, Host Governor, the Governor of Mombasa, who is also the Health COG Committee Chair, Principal Secretary, State Department of Devolution, the Senator, who is also the of Wajir, who is also the Chairperson of the Senate Standing Committee on Devolution and Intergovernmental Relations, Honorable Members of Parliament present, representatives from the development partners, Honorable Members of the County Assembly and Executive Committee members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to take this very golden opportunity to welcome you all to Garissa County. I cannot be able to acknowledge you by names here, given the constraint of time, but we do not take your presence here for granted. Indeed, devolution has really transformed Garissa by bringing services and decisions closer to the people. As an assembly, we have sanctioned or we have ratified the creation of smaller units called, municipalities, 7 of them under the leadership of the governor. And the assembly has taken its rightful space in ensuring that services and decisions, resources are taken closer to the people. I wish to emphasize that devolution is about improving lives through equitable access to services, inclusion and local development, not merely transferring functions. I also wish to note that this year's focus on health is timely because sustainable development depends on healthy communities supported by water, roads, food security, and economic opportunities. Therefore, health cannot be a standalone function. For us to achieve a healthy nation, we need to have all those other enablers, including road, water, security. I also wish to urge the county assemblies, I also urge greater inclusion of the county assembly speakers within the frontier. This is something that I wish to have a request for the FCDC and Dr. Idle, that the county assemblies, particularly the FCDC county assemblies, needs to be recognized and included in the governance structures to strengthen legislative ownership, oversight, and regional integration. I wish to conclude by stating that true measure of devolution is the quality of life it delivers through accountable leadership, meaningful public participation, and equitable service delivery. With those many remarks, I want to take this great opportunity once more to welcome you all to Garissa County, the great county, the county of Virola. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir. Allow that I invite the PS, State Department of Devolution, PS, State Department of Devolution, to make his brief remarks, then we proceed with the program.
Honorable CS for Health, Governor Garissa, Excellency Nadif, Governor Baringo, Governor Cheboy, Governor Mombasa, all the protocols observed. My name is Michael Lenasalon. I'm the Principal Secretary for the State Department for Devolution. And I'm happy today to be here in Garissa. This is my first time to be in Garissa, and I promise that I will be coming more often. It was seamless, flying from Nairobi to Garissa to our hotel here. It was just like I was in Mombasa, you know, to a very beautiful county government offices, executive. So it is seamless. You can't realize whether you are in Nairobi or in Garissa. And that is the beauty of devolution. My few remarks are that the national government commitment to devolution. We have seen this financial year that the equitable share is to the county governments is more than 15%. That is the constitutional threshold. And the president has also been very committed to matters devolution. We have seen the operationalization of the county assemblies fund that's now being operationalized, and it's working. The MCS can attest to that, because for devolution to work, there must be oversight, and for oversight to be effective, the county assemblies should be independent and be able to do their oversight work in their various committees. Secondly, productivity. Recently, we have had a productive conference in Nairobi where the public service is required to be really productive and see that the output that we have that should have impact to the people of Kenya. And in this health sector is where even productivity is required. The clinical competence, the proficiency care and professionalism, focusing on skill, precision, and the quality of medical care. These matters affect especially the pastoralist counties. I come from a pastoralist county, I come from Samburu County, and we see that we need to have discussions on how productivity can be cascaded even to the health sectors in our counties. Because these are matters of, 1 minute it is this story and the next minute is this. So without that quality, care, professionalism, and timeliness, then we will have challenges. And especially in our areas where we have diverse land, one ward is another corner of the county, another one is another corner. So we really need that productivity. We need service level agreements from one division to another to ensure that we take care of the lives for our people. Also with the introduction of SHA, Honorable CS, SHA is working. Samburu County, about months ago, it was 45 out of 47 counties. Now it is 27. We are doing well. We are also coming in to register indigents. There are these people, our people who are not able to register for SHA. We are calling upon the MPs, the CEOs, all the people who can come in one way or another, governors, to ensure that our people who are not able to take up that SHA registration, to support them to register. Even the registration itself only is important, so that once someone falls ill, God forbid, they can be able then to seek for funds to see that they are taken care of. With those few remarks, I want to say that we are pastoralists. I'm proud to be in this county. Najua nyinyi ni watu wa ngamia, sisi ni watu wa ng'ombe, na sisi ni watu wa WhatsApp group moja. Na hivyo ndo tutaendelea tukienda mbele. Sawa sawa. So nashukuru na Mungu awabariki, asanteni.
Thank you very much, PS. Allow that I invite the area MP who will be able to introduce other MPs that are present, including my chair of the National Assembly, Honorable Barrow. Karibu Mheshimiwa.
How are you? Asante sana. Our chief guest, Waziri Duale, Governor Nadif Jama, Governor Abdul Samad of Mombasa, and Governor for Baringo, Deputy Governors representing their respective counties, Senator for Wajir, Member of Parliament, Chairman of the Regional Development Committee of National Assembly, MCAs who are here, senior county government officers who are here, our former CS, Mzee Mohammed Amin, Engineer Mahbub, Chairman of Equalization Fund, and now standing in here as a representative of the Safaricom Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mine is to welcome all those who are not from Garissa to Garissa today. We are in the middle of our winter. As you can see, those who feel warm and hot in this tent, it is not because of the weather of Garissa, but it's because you are many in the tent, and the tent is small. Otherwise, this is very nice weather for us, so please feel welcomed to Garissa. We are here because of a Devolution Week, Sensitization Week. As a country, since 2010 and the introduction of the devolved governments, we need now 15 years running to the 15th year. As a country, we need to ask ourselves whether devolution is working. And one of the areas or one of the times on the platform we have to ask ourselves this question is a platform like this one. So this week, the people of Garissa have the opportunity, because the whole of counties in this country are here, representatives. They will have a week of sensitization, barazas, and people talking to the citizens of this country and asking them whether they feel that the service delivery is effective. Now, as you know, this devolution government, what was devolved is three key areas, especially two, health and water, are very important social functions. Important functions like health and water. So we need to ask ourselves whether the services, what was devolved was power, or did we devolve service delivery? Those are the questions we need to ask ourselves. And again, do we devolve these functions to the county headquarters, or we are down there at the villages, mashinani, sub-counties, locations, especially on issues related to health? What is the theme of this week is about health, and it's about our mothers, and it's about our young mothers. So we need to ask ourselves, in the villages, do we have these services? Do the counties down there encourage medical officers to be on the ground at the mashinani? Do they motivate them? Do they have accommodation in the sub-counties and the villages and centers? So these issues are the issues we need to discuss. We should not just be talking here, and after this function, we are out of this place, but we want to follow up on these issues down there. We want to see that the people of Hulugo at the farthest end, and Bodai, and Danyere and Sigle on this side, and Banani, are they getting the same services that are offered at Garissa General Hospital? The national government, for sure, is supporting counties in terms of healthcare services and healthcare delivery. So we want to thank the Waziri for his efforts in ensuring that these functions are actually working. So, and I also want to thank the governor of Garissa, because as you were told the other day, the governor has accepted to release Garissa Provincial General, the former PGH Referral Hospital, to be a level 6 hospital. Now we will have level 6 in Garissa, such that those who are being taken to Kenyatta Hospital, Eldoret Referral Hospital, Kenyatta University Referral Hospital will no longer lead to go all the way to seek services and special doctors on the other side. So now, Somalia we ganito fursad bahelisin. A dowladda county government akusu ashin. Shekada meshan kuma dhamanayso. You have 1 week or hemada nila dhisi or bersala samayni in Allah hadashin county gina. Waxaad ka tabanayseen in terms of healthcare, in terms of water ina isweydiisin. Shaqada ma si fiican ma u socotaa. Marka dowladda county-ga safartan we ganayto iniga nigu dhaafayna inika su'aala haddaad ku faraxsantiin service-kiisa well and good. Haddiina ku faraxsaneen ayuka u sheegaysan markaas ayto waxa ka tabanaysan insha Allah. Now again meeshanayto waxa ku jira nin walbana dantiisu dan kale oo fiirinaya maanta weeganayta waxa la sameynaya waxa la dhaho voter registration, ID registration, the 10 behind here. Annaga haddaan ay region, you must understand the fact that government resources are shared according to numbers. So the numbers you are going to put on the table into those numbers that will give you the money and the resources you require. Marka waxaan niga codsanaynaa reer Garissa County, almost 200,000 people have IDs and they don't have voter cards. Tafadhali take advantage of that so that you support us. Annagana an marka miska an nifirisano an ku doodna xisaabta an miska soo saarayno. So sama marka, with those many remarks, let me once again welcome you all to Garissa, and I want to give my colleague from the National Assembly, the chair of the Regional Development, Honorable Locha Kapong. Nen magacan kaaran waay, Locha Kapong. Karibu na useme few minutes MP Sigor, karibu.
Ya, asante sana Mheshimiwa Deko. Your Honorable CS Duale, who is the guest of honor today. Now the Honorable the host governor, Excellencies governors present, deputy governors, honorable members of parliament, the honorable senator, members of county assembly. Now distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Hamjambo. Mimi naitwa Peter Lochakapong. Mimi ni mjumbe wa Sigor katika county ya West Pokot, na mimi ni mwenyekiti wa kamati ya bunge inaitwa Regional Development Committee of the National Assembly, na nimekuja hapa kwa mwaliko wa Council of Governors, and I want to make a few remarks that it's an honor to grace this occasion through an invitation by the Council of Governors that was sent to the National Assembly's Departmental Committee on Regional Development, and by extension to our brother Major Deko, who is the Member of Parliament for Garissa Township, who is the host. Now the county government commitment to promote and strengthen civic education and on devolution is evident, as this is the fourth event of this nature. We as the Committee on Regional Development are mandated to investigate, inquire into and report on all matters relating to mandate, management activities, and administration, operations and estimates of the assigned ministries, departments and agencies. It is essential to emphasize that some of the devolution mandated agencies under the purview of the committee include the State Department for Devolution, the Council of Governors, and IGRTC. Now, additionally, in accordance with the second schedule of the standing orders of the National Assembly, the committee is mandated to oversee now regional development, refugee affairs, devolution, inclusive growth, arid and semi-arid areas, disaster risk management, drought, famine, and disaster response, and post-disaster recovery and rehabilitation. We are here to advance the conversation, accountability, and action towards maternal and newborn health. Now, the relevant stakeholders intend to focus on strengthening the maternal and perinatal death surveillance and response initiatives and other concerning issues of interest. Now, ensuring access to essential services such as free medical camps, veterinary clinics, and land and legal clinics not only offer solutions but also promotes togetherness in our society. Now, incorporating regional development governance, integrated multi-sectoral initiatives, and mother and newborn health into our conversation today will ensure the promotion of sustainable and healthy livelihoods. I encourage open and practical dialogue, share your county experiences, what has worked, what hasn't, and what resources or policy changes are needed. Our goal is not only awareness, but concrete time-bound county commitments that advance safe pregnancy and newborn survival across ASAL regions. Thank you. I just wanted to end there and say that I come from an ASAL county of West Pokot, And of course we have our story to tell on devolution. Na ningependa kusema kwamba kwa mambo ya devolution sisi tuwe tunajisemea na tuseme ukweli yale mambo ambayo yanatakana kubadilishwa, lakini devolution imefanya kazi kwa sababu kaunti zote tumeona mageuzi na mabadiliko. Kwa mambo ya afya tumeshuhudia. So nataka nipongeze Waziri Duale kwa sababu kazi amefanya. Hivi majuzi nimeona watu wengine wakipiga kelele na kusema wajue ya kwamba Waziri Duale ni kiongozi wetu wa wafugaji. Na kwa hivyo akisema sana sana anasema kwa niaba yetu. Si kwamba anasema kwa niaba ya watu hapa peke yao, anasema kwa niaba yetu hata sisi wale ambao tuko katika kaunti ya West Pokot ambao ni wafugaji. Huyu Duale ni kiongozi wetu na tunamtambua. Kwa hivyo akiongea ni sauti yetu. Wale ambao sasa wanataka kuleta kelele kipelebele wajue kwamba akiongea haongei kwa niaba yake, anaongea kwa niaba ya watu wengi. Sisi tukuwemo. Wakati Duale alikuwa kiongozi ya wengi, watu wengi wanajua kwamba Duale ni kiongozi. Kwa sababu alikuwa leader of majority, hata saa zingine watu wengine ukiambia Duale ni waziri, bado anajua Duale ni kiongozi. So kwa hivyo ni kiongozi wetu na tutambua, tutasimama pamoja na yeye. Asanteni.
Thank you very much, Chair. The Chair just forgot to mention that the resources that he gives to the Council of Governors, we got zero audit fault. Hiyo peke yake ndio ulisahau. So tupigiwe makofi hata sisi COG. Kwa hivyo mheshimiwa, tukikuja kwako ujue zile pesa unatupatia zimefanya kazi vilivyo na ilivyotakikana. Kwa hivyo utatuongezea pesa kwa sababu ya zero audit fault. Asante sana. Allow that I invite the chair of the Senate Standing Committee on Devolution and Intergovernmental Relations, Senator Mahmoud Abbas, the Senator for Wajir County. Karibu mheshimiwa. We are just about to conclude. Yes. Please do.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. رجال السلام عليكم. مرتين السلام عليكم. أنا محل لها عباس شيخ محمد. محانا هاي سنة وجير. محانا هاي قدوميها وحل سارن. حق ديفولوشن كا. إيو ولا شغينتا. دولة سراء مدى دحي. سوري دولة دحي إيو مدى هوصل. أو كاونتي إيو ناشو كامنتك. مركا وحب بدن بهال هاي وحب بدن ده شيء هاي لكن وقتنا وانو قامي هاي. Marka, what I'll say is, Your Excellency, the CS of Health, Excellencies, governors who are here, the host governor, Mheshimiwa, His Excellency Nadif Jama. I can see Mheshimiwa Sharif Nasser of Mombasa, Mheshimiwa Baringo, my colleagues from the Parliament, the CEOs who are here, na wananchi tukufu, salamu alaikum. Salamu alaikum, wala bahad bas waqti ala gaari. Yeah. Marka wala liya horta aad baan ugu mahadcelinayaa. Soomaali waxay aragtay macidahdi. Wixii bacdahay arag u dhan. Shaqo way u baahan tahay. Maanta waxbay Garissa waa isku imaadeen halka. Maxaan doonay hal su'aal inaan weydiiyo. Devolution ma in shaqaysi iyo ma shaqayn. Ma shaqaysi. Ma wali isma gaarin. Devolution مش شقي ما كفاية لما سووا قصرني بلق عنتني توس أنت شقينس أنت طيب دفوع شقينا بعده يومين أنا ينهاف حتى يجفيك هاف كويس يومين كان يكون باهي كنا ولكن بعده معي أنا محنا هاي نك قدوميها كرمرة يا جبناياشها إيش شغال هذا إيه وحيتوميان بالعكس حيتوميان والدفوليش هو شقي مش شقين Garissa markaan soo galeeyni oo 2010 maxay heshay 4 bilyan iyo 400 milyan maanta maxay joogtaa 12 milyan kale taas ma markii hore dawladda xoray jirtay aniga lacag macaan heli jirnay haday Garissa u badan tahay 1 bilyan hada heli jirnay soo saas ma soo devolution waa shaqay wali wax baan oo dhimasma marka aan leeyahay wala yaal maanta alxamdulillah ilaahay baa mahad iska leh inta waqaf man daawada sanaya wadayaasha la dhisahaya biyo baa la hagaajinahaya. You know, Your Excellency, I mean, Waziri, devolution now has become an equalizer. From the day we came back, me and you, we think we have been working for some times. To be honest with you, it has worked for Northern Kenya. It has worked for Northern Kenya. Because I know some guys the other day were saying, telling you a lot of stories. But that was the fact of the matter. So devolution has advantaged us. We have done a wonderful job. وجير ممكن سوق لي أنا محل حبوا حتى كلمة المقبل أنا كان دامي هال وضوء تحت مريش مقالة تحت نقطة لامي ما أنتم حين قمنا لحد نيشن كلمة رجال مقالة تحت سو مش غين بيه مالك السبوه البالغ دوري حولي هنا أبارتو دمان جفتي وهاي راضين وأنا دمان لك وهاي راضين مركع علي شيء ويحنقول عن شيء هاي وان شيء ما شيء لكن معي هدينا نجي ويديو والديفولوشن ما هم بهنا ما سواس كدافنا يا سواس بيجيب دي ما حد مو بهنا ما ولا هنا معي اللي عقتي واركتين معي ما ده 4 بليون إلى 2 بليون هذا جارج بتاع محرمنا أنا تندان هاي سنتك محرمنا إلا جارسي بقول كوا كنتون إلى أي ما ده دولة هسوم هذا وأنت كلا دولة هذا بحاجة محاوي هذا 80% of the national revenue in Nairobi. Only 15% or 22% at most comes to counties. With those few amount of money, that few of money comes with a lot of development in these counties. I want to say thank you so much that today, as a people from Northern Kenya, devolution is working for us. Wahalam by the entire. Lakin lo haruna lo gold darasoma. مساسة مركا عن ليه ولا يلال معاكم عن ليه devolution وشغينا لكن عن ليه I want to tell the governors we have a lot of pending bills العقد بدن بعد تدويني كم خل the money that is actually due for payments the pending bills are just too high and therefore as the senator for Wajir and the chairman of devolution, I must say the truth that pending bills are just getting too high and they're increasing by the year. And I don't see the reasons why pending bills should be increasing at all. Is it going to be reducing or is it stagnant somewhere? The time we started devolution, we had very few civil servants. ما أنت حافظ كستو ما حد جوجني شغال الدولة ده. ما هم اسمه لكن شغالها أي مش شغيان هذا وجروا كل أنا محن قبنا تضباطين إلى الدخر جالس ما قبت محشمة دكتورس همون لكن أخذت هاي بهن قارئ ما حيوك عن نيروبي كلينيك باي فورتين قارئ معي وشغين هيدا وشغينين ده كيني ولي ما نهلين ويحنمني لك والله توبري والله غوري هذين كان ده الدين ما توديسين ويليش نقري قبله نقره قبله ويليش شغلته هذا يقعن رنتا شغال رنتا شغال برجع ليه أمين جالسوا ويليش والين قري قبله والين قري مركا لكن يبقى حاول ويليش قبله شغال مجوجان يصير له هذا أبغى طلبات أكثر أما سلاح أكثر بجوجس مركا على الدنيا معنا دكتورين تايقوا مغلا يمانته وريليجين كعب صدر مشار بعد غايتين you are paid highly again مشار بعد غايتين مغلسين so I want you guys to work for the people this is actually a rare opportunity for us so the medical health the medical personnel you want to be dedicated you want to work hard of course you can open your clinics but you can still open clinics in Garissa if it's allowed constitutionally medical عن ليه هاي أنك عدنا هاي سنتك لعقت وانكسي درينا مركز سنة كست every year financial cycle we have a problem and I want to tell my colleagues in the National Assembly must understand that the money we are giving to the people is not going to the Senate, it goes to the public. So we cannot continue every day to be having mediation. Every cycle of financial year, every year we have mediation team. Tunasema fanya kidogo nusu, fanya hii, sukuma band hii, ngoza 50, that cannot happen. What we need to have is a proper budgeting system. The money must go to mashinani. Pesa iende kwa mashinani, wananchi watumie pesa. Actually, if you look at what is going to the Ministry of Health, what is going to the Ministry of Water, it's unbelievable. 80% of the money is going back to national government. And the people, the population is here. So I want us to tell my colleagues and our counterparts, please, let's understand that we cannot be keeping on negotiating every day and saying, add a shilling, minus a shilling. The money must come to the mashinani. One other thing, my dear friends, Mheshimiwa governors, we have high wage bills. Mwandika watu wengi sana, paka pesa yote inaenda kwa wage bills. Na pesa kidogo inabaki kwa wananchi. So I want you guys to think also, of course, I know many people are unemployed, lakini pesa inaenda kwa wananchi, I mean kwa all staff. It's less than 20% that goes for development. And constitutionally, you are supposed to have only 35% for wage bills and for other currencies. So I want also the governors who are here and those who are absent to understand we also need some development. And I want you guys to pay the money of the public. People who have invested with the counties, some of them have lost even their senses. They have gone to depression because of these bad bills. Mlipe pesa ya bad bills orange. Ile watu waendelee kufanya kazi. With those few remarks, I want to say, I think I'll give you all my notes and my presentations. I want to say thank you so much, Governor Hongera, for the good work you have done. I'm really impressed that this is a case to show that devolution is working in Garissa, and we will visit others. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
A round of applause to the Senator, please. Now we want to tell the story of devolution in the context of Garissa County. Before I invite the Governor for Garissa to take over the program. Kindly, Combs, let's cue in the video, the short documentary that is telling the story of devolution in the context of Garissa County for the last 13 years. Karibuni and watch with us. After that, I'll invite Governor Nadif to take over.
Garissa County, also home to the unique and endangered Hirola antelope, is one of Kenya's fastest growing counties and a gateway to the vast and arid northeast region of the country. Before the advent of devolution, healthcare services in Garissa County faced numerous challenges that severely constrained service delivery. This was particularly evident at the then Garissa Provincial General Hospital, PGH, which struggled with inadequate infrastructure, acute shortages of medical personnel, limited specialized services, and decades of chronic underinvestment. Together, these challenges compromised both the quality of care and access to essential health services for the people of Garissa and the wider region. Upon assuming office, His Excellency Governor Nathif Adam unveiled a visionary 5-year strategic plan that set in motion an ambitious transformation of the county's health sector. At the heart of this plan was a clear and uncompromising objective to transform Garissa Referral Hospital into a world-class facility. At the commencement of devolution, Garissa Provincial General Hospital had only 6 specialist doctors, while it currently has 52 specialists in almost all areas of specialization. The hospital had no ICU, no HDU, no renal unit, no MRI or CT scan services. With the arrival of devolution, all these equipment and services are now available. Also, due to increased level of services, the number of nurses has increased from 230 to 560. The number of theaters has also increased from 2 to 6. The hospital's state-of-the-art equipment allows it to undertake almost all kinds of surgeries and surgical interventions, including but not limited to complex tumor resections, invasive laparoscopic procedures, advanced orthopedic repairs, pediatric surgeries, cardiothoracic surgeries, and life-saving emergency operations. Another major aspect of the hospital's transformation was the modernization of its core infrastructure, including the construction of new wards and the comprehensive refurbishment of existing ones. Further expanding its range of services, the hospital recently established a private wing to offer patients enhanced comfort, privacy, and convenience, while enabling them to benefit from the expertise, specialist care, and advanced diagnostic capacity of the county's premier hospital. Also, one of the earliest and most significant achievements was the revamping of the referral system, creating a more coordinated and effective pathway for patients requiring specialized care and ensuring that referrals within the county were handled efficiently.
Zamani tukitoka upata mwanamke anakufia kwa barabara, tuliwahi kubeba mwanamke na kereti akufia kwa barabara kwa sababu hakuna nini. Sasa hii ambulance zinatusaidia, mtu alikuwa mgonjwa na kuja kusaidika.
And before devolution, we used to have referral systems in place. But what we used to have is like, we used to have an ambulance, maybe without an oxygen. We used to have an ambulance, but without supplies. We used to have an ambulance without maybe even a paramedic, yeah? And so like, it used to work, but not the efficiency and the quick service delivery that's actually required.
Maternal and newborn health was also placed firmly at the center of the transformation. A maternal shelter was established to provide a safe residential facility for expectant mothers with high-risk pregnancies, enabling them to remain close to emergency obstetric services and receive timely medical attention when needed.
Baridi saa hii ni msimu ya baridi kidogo. Anakaa saa yote umemweka vizuri. Na saa ile pia hauna uko sawa. Unachukua unaweka yeye karibu na wewe. Ile ulionyesha ile apeka karibu na wewe hivi. Kisha unafungia nguo yako karibu na yeye hivi, anapata joto ya mwili yako. Hasa akipata joto ya mwili yako, akinyonya anakuwa haraka sana.
Bibi yangu hii ambeleni nakufa mtoto sapa. Watu walimwambia mimi iko Garissa kitu kutosha daktari na mtoto saidiana huko kitoko huko mimi kukuja kwa ambulance. Serikali ndio inalete, sisi napata raha, tunapata mtoto, tunashufu sasa. Sisi hiyo tu yetu. Tanini tunaombea nyinyi watu wa Garissa yote, daktari na wananchi, kana wanawake wanafanya kazi yote. Mimi nashuhudia. Shukrani.
The transformation of the hospital was further strengthened by the existence within its compound of three major institutions, that is the Garissa Regional Cancer Center, the Kenya Medical Training College, KMTC, and the recently opened Regional Blood Transfusion Center. With the massive investments and transformation that took place, the Garissa Level 5 Referral Hospital today is a regional facility that serves not only Garissa County, but also a number of neighboring counties, in addition to the large refugee population based in Dadaab. And the transformation did not stop at the county referral hospital. Healthcare services across the sub-counties received equally strong attention and support, with major investments in infrastructure and the expansion and improvement of health facilities, bringing services closer to communities across the county. As a clear affirmation of the impact of improved healthcare services, History was made on September 27, 2016, when Balambala Sub-County Hospital successfully performed its first ever cesarean section, marking a major milestone in bringing life-saving surgical services closer to the people. At the same time, the county government prioritized the continuous and reliable supply of pharmaceutical and non-pharmaceutical commodities to health facilities across the county, ensuring that improved infrastructure was matched by the medicines, supplies, and essential resources needed to deliver care. The scale of transformation that occurred in the county's healthcare sector has not gone unnoticed, but has indeed earned admiration and recognition from beyond the county, with the sector receiving several awards and accolades within just a few years of the advent of devolution. The first major recognition came in 2016, when the county government received the Best Practices Award from the national government through the Ministry of Health following an assessment supported by the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA. Garissa emerged top for introducing innovative measures that strengthened maternal health services and contributed to a significant reduction in maternal mortality. Similar early recognition of the county's remarkable strides in healthcare came in 2015 from the then First Lady of Kenya, H.E. Margaret Kenyatta, who acknowledged Garissa's progress in expanding access to quality healthcare services.
Governor Jama, I have witnessed today the efforts and investments you have made towards improving the healthcare service and delivery for the people of Garissa County. Increased health infrastructure, dispensaries and maternity wards, establishment of new community healthcare units, recruitment of healthcare workers, purchasing of motorbikes to support community outreach services are among the many activities that you're undertaking. I'm especially impressed by the maternal shelter that ensures that mothers who come from hard-to-reach areas are able to stay, bringing their pregnancies to term and to deliver their babies safely. This all speaks volumes of your desire for a healthy society, and I am here today to join you in making that desire a reality.
These recognitions, coming so early in the life of devolution, were a powerful affirmation that with vision, strategic investment, and unwavering determination, even the most challenging healthcare systems can be transformed.
Tupigie Garissa makofi tafadhali. That's a journey, and of course the awards that we've received as a result of transformative health service delivery. Allow, before I invite the governor, we have Garissa traditional dancers, cultural dancers, please, that have prepared just one song. Then I invite the governor to come. Please, Garissa cultural dancers, haraka haraka, 1 minute. Kujieni hapa please. Kitieni hapa.
Gashan barako unaye kafanaha nadif hormariyo barwaqay bulshadi hele berigato gashan barako unaye kafanaha nadif hormariyo barwaqay bulshadi hele shuhada في برتمها إجارة نادي فلو بولا ليلو غريدة شو هذا وانكفاها في برتمها إجارة نادي فلو بولا ليلو غريدة شو ما بحذني بالعظام بالشارع سنة bilaydan bishaaraysane baahitire nadiif baa u kacay bulshada waxsan balan bala bulshadii Garissana hambaliyo ducay nadiifow ku haya waxsan balan bala bulshadii Garissana hambaliyo ducay nadiifow ku haya daliya baxsano yadi farxadiyo ducay ku barbaariye shuhada barcadihi daliya baxsano yadi farxadiyo ducay ku barbaariye madaxdeni bilayda
tafadhali tuwapigie makofi. Asanteni sana. That was extremely very beautiful. Naomba sote tuwe tumesimama tumkaribishe mstahiki gavana wa jimbo la Garissa ili akuje aendeleshe sasa program mahali imebaki. Tafadhali tusimame tumkaribishe gavana kwa makofi. Tafadhali. Thank you very much, Excellency, and welcome.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد أخيارتا ماشا نسكوغي ما ترى غارسا السلام عليكم السلام عليكم waxaa kaloo oon aad iyo aad aan u soo dhaweynayaa martida sharafta leh ee maanta meesha noo imaatay. Mine is really to appreciate and to thank my guests, our guests in Garissa today, starting with our CS Honorable Duale. Of course, my sincere appreciation goes also to my colleagues, Governors Cheboy, our Chief Whip of the COG, our Chair Council, the Council Committee on Health, Governor 001, Abdul Nasir Sharif. I'm also honored to have a number of our DGs here from Mandera, Wajir, and West Pokot. Equally, I must really thank the other many colleagues and VIPs who are with us this afternoon. Senator Abbas, thank you very much for responding to our request to come. The PS for Devolution, thank you very much also for coming. Our MPs, Chair of the Regional Committee, and of course our host committee, our MP host committee, the many CEOs who are also introduced earlier who came also joined us, the other many dignitaries, our MCAs, our other leaders, the civil society, the county team who are here, and of course the other many colleagues. I also saw Chairman Elmi, who was supposed to be with us. I hope he's still there. Chairman Elmi, are you there? Yes, you need to say a word or two. This is a very important forum. You particularly, I hope there's a session for you under livestock, under the ASALs for that matter. I also know that we have many colleagues. The CEO of FCDC, I thought you were here, but when the CEOs were introduced, I didn't see you. Are you around? Ile there, you are also around, and many others I know who are here. I may not be necessarily able to recall all the names, but I know the flight was full this morning. Karibuni sana sana Garissa. Mine is really to say thank you once again, because without you coming to share with us these moments, then the conference will not make any sense. We are happy because we have you around. Kwa hivyo karibuni sana Garissa. I have no speech to make. Mine is to say that this was basically a way of introducing also further the region, the northern region, the ASAL region to the country by having this Devolution Sensitization Week to be held in one of the ASAL counties. And I'm happy and indeed honored that Garissa was chosen to be that county. Kwa hivyo, my colleagues from the COG, Mary, the chair, Ahmed, who is represented here by our whip, and all the other colleagues, asanteni sana for seeing that we are able to hold this one. And I'm sure you can see we're even able to hold even bigger conferences. So we look forward to even bigger engagements as far as this region is concerned. I don't want to be saying a lot because again, time is not on our side, but I want to take this opportunity. Munisamehe kidogo niwaite, first of all, our deputy governors who are representing their governors here, the three of them, please come forward so that you can say a few words, can say hi to your people in Garissa. Alafu niwaite wenzangu, the other governors as well. Please come forward, governors, the deputy governors, Daktari, so that we allow you to say a few words as well.
Anyway, Excellencies present, the Governor, Host Governor Nadif Chama, the chief guests, other dignitaries present. Regard, assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamu alaikum. Mine are just two, precisely, Governor, and this one goes initially to the COG. And considering today we are holding the 4th sensitization week in Wajir, in Garissa County, I do often say Wajir because I come from Wajir. And I pitch for Garissa County as the host of the next Devolution Conference of Garissa. We set the standards and the bar high. We held quite a number of conferences in Wajir County. We did the first one, the Pastoralist Leadership Summit in Wajir County. We did Madaraka Day. It was a no-go zone for many naysayers, but we proved them wrong in holding Madaraka Day in Wajir County. So there's no reason absolutely that Garissa County ain't holding the 4th conference this year, inshallah. So COG mko hapa, and the whip is here. We hope that you will help your colleagues to ensure that Garissa hosts this next conference, inshallah. That's one. Secondly, we have quite a number of other issues that Devolution has brought forward, but mine is to encourage everybody here that we need to sensitize our people to register, and register for votes. Register in terms of ensuring that we have the needful numbers to ensure that we matter in Garissa, Wajir, Mandera, Northern County, and Kenya at large, wherever we are. So to Jisajili, there are millions of people who are in Northern Kenya who have IDs but do not have voter registration with the IBC data. So to Jisajili, are we together there? Tuko pamoja hapo? And I'll leave at where I left, where the PS left, where he said we are in the same WhatsApp group with those from Narok, with those from Kajiado, with those from West Pokot, to ensure that it is two-term for President William Samoei Ruto. Kwa hayo machache ni alike mwenzangu wa West Pokot. Karibu, Komole.
Asante. Thank you very much, my colleague, the Deputy Governor of Wajir. CS Duale, and all protocols observed. I'm Komole Robert, the Deputy Governor West Pokot, and I'm here representing my governor, His Excellency Governor Gachapin, Governor West Pokot, and just to be present here to witness the impacts of devolution in Garissa County, and to also confirm that West Pokot County devolution is working, and I want to believe the rest of the country that devolution is working. Otherwise, I don't want to take a lot of time. Just want to appreciate Your Excellency Nadif Jama for giving us an opportunity to also bring the witnesses from different counties as far as from West Pokot. Thank you very much.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Honorable CS Adan Duale, our guest here today, Excellency Governors, Excellency colleagues, Deputy Governors, Members of Parliament present, members of the Senate, and all the leaders, I want to take this opportunity to carefully and cautiously ride on the established protocols before me, because I know everyone here came as leaders on their own capacities. But I want to say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Regard Assalamu alaikum. Tatka kaloi maden Assalamu alaikum. I won't forget to thank my good friend, Governor Nadif Jama, who has always invited me or my governor to all his events, which we have always almost religiously attended. I also want to recognize, I think a lot of us somehow have forgotten the role played by the Council of Governors CEO, Mary Mwiti, very hardworking, very focused on delivery. We appreciate you, Mary, very, very much. With those few remarks, I think I will be as short as possible. But I think sometimes, as a region, we need to look back at our history, where we have started. 63 years ago, in December 12th, a curtain has fallen along Tana River, a curtain that had two sides. One side was the south, and the other side was the north. The north was characterized by marginalization. It was characterized by clan conflict. It was characterized by insecurity, and that was intentionally done with no development. The South was in the meantime singing something called peace, love, and unity, upendo na umoja, and a lot of development. Thank God, 13 years ago, March, that curtain has been lifted by devolution and the Constitution of 2010. And today, as a country, we have one nation, 48 governments, and we are properly, fully part of this country in terms of development. And we have received a lot of development. But in terms of growth and development, sometimes 2-3 years ago, in a place called Banissa, we have received a young, brand new, beautiful girl was separated from her mother in Banissa County, Banissa Hospital through cesarean section for the first time. A radiography that has never seen a scanning of major diagnostic procedure has been done in Elwak and the many other procedures. But also, more importantly, in my county, we are able to pay secondary school fees for 35,000 secondary students, courtesy of devolution, and many, many other opportunities. We have done a lot of other developmental projects. And therefore, why I am coming to that is that devolution has given us this. But even within devolution, in these last 5 years or so, since William Ruto has taken over the government, that development has truly been accelerated to unimaginable numbers. And that's what I'm coming to, is we want to make sure that we work on continuity of the government that really supports our region. That is the election of His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto. Soomaaliya waxay dhahday moogtahay Maxamed Siyaad Barre ayaa hadda ka hor hala doortaa la dhahay. Marka la doortay 98% ayaa u riday. Nina hadle wuxuu dhahay war nin dooran doorta maxaad noo dhahdeen. Hadda William Ruto waa dooran yahay. Lakini we want to prove something as Muslims, as Somali community, as the pastoralist community in Northern region. We want to prove numbers, that we have numbers. And the only way we can do that, because development is political and politics is about numbers. And the only way we can prove that is to go out and register and get IDs and register for Kura. So let's assure that that is done. I truly appreciate this very, very opportunity and would like to continue, inshallah, working together with you, Your Excellency. Thank you.
Thank you. Asanteni sana, our deputy governors who are here with us. Let me now take this opportunity to call on my brother, Governor Nasir of Mombasa. Please come, and of course, with my sincere appreciation for taking the difficult time out of your busy schedule to fly all the way from Mombasa for this function.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mimi leo ningeongea Kisomali, lakini tatizo ile tuko nayo, watu wengine wataona na wasengenya. Na hii dunia CS your witness. Unaweza kuongea mambo mengine lakini watu wa media wakaandika mambo nyingine ambayo kwamba haiko kabisa. Sasa sije nikaongea mambo ya swara nikaambiwa nimetaja wanyama wengine. Kwa hivyo mimi afadhali hata sinio. First of all, I want to congratulate, kukupatia shukrani na kukupatia kongole ndugu yangu Governor Nadhif kwa kuweza kuarrange mpangilio kama huu. Pili, kuweza kutoa shukrani. Nimeona secretariat yetu nzima iko hapa. Na nimeona watu wameongea habari ya wanasiasa na viongozi wengine, lakini mimi nataka kuwapatia na nyinyi kongole. Mujipigie makofi. You have done an excellent thing. You know, tunazungumza habari ya mambo ugatuzi. Nipeni nafasi niongee Kiswahili ili iweze kunitoa kwa roho, sio? Kuna wengine wanasema ya kuwa ugatuzi haijafanya kazi, lakini ukitaka kujua ugatuzi imefanya kazi, kama wewe ni yule ambaye kwamba unaamini ya kuwa watu wakiweza kusafiri wanaleta natija na wanaleta fedha katika county, wewe ukisimama tu na ndege hapa Garissa, ni moja ya dalili ya kuwa ugatuzi imefanya kazi. Kuna ile runway ambayo kwamba imetengezwa, lakini napeana kongole, congratulations ndugu yangu Nadhif. Nimeona terminal kubwa pale ndani ambayo kwamba imeweza kutengezwa na serikali ya county. So and then kama mwenyekiti wa masala ya afya katika kongole la magavana, nimesikia watu wakizungumza mambo mingi sana, lakini mimi nataka kuambia kando na yale mambo ya uzazi ambao kwamba sasa hivi tunasema ya kwa baada ugatuzi ndio ilikuwa ni mara ya kwanza uzazi wa kupasua umeweza kufanywa katika Garissa. Hata ile ambao kwamba ni ya upasuaji katika eneo la Banisa ilikuwa ni juzi juzi. Lakini kuna lile ambalo kwamba ni baya zaidi, hili la saratani, cancer. Kama si ugatuzi, leo tungelikuwa hatuna cancer center hapa katika Garissa. Na ukitaka kujua ya kwa hii serikali imefanya mambo yawe wazi na yawe sawa. Sisemi kwa sababu namsifu ndugu yangu yuko hapa ama namsifu Nadhif yuko hapa ndugu yangu pia, lakini ile center ambayo kwamba iko hapa, kuna center kama hiyo ambayo kwamba iko Mombasa. Kuna center kama hiyo iko katika sehemu nyingine ya Naivasha, kuna nyingine Nakuru, kuna nyingine ambayo kwamba iko pale. Kwa hivyo kila Mkenya ameweza kupata faida na tuna mpangilio waziri, tunataka tuweze kufanya kazi pamoja na serikali kuu. Mimi naonelea tutakaa chini kama magavana. Tuko na mkutano kwanza as an AOB tarehe 6, tunataka kuweka mkutano kama magavana kuweza kuwa na njia rasmi kuweza kuwasiliana ili tuweze kufanya screening ya saratani, cancer detection at an early stage, mpaka ile ward ya mwisho kabisa kule chini watu waweze kusaidika. Na zamani hii mambo ya afya ilikuwa hata dawa zilikuwa hazipatikani. Dawa tunangojea Nairobi waamue mtu atuletee dawa katika zile counties zile ambapo kwamba wakati ule zamani zilikuwa zinajulikana kama district. Safari hii hata tarehe 6 niko na habari njema, tunakaa chini kama magavana kuangalia jinsi kuhakikisha kwa KEMSA pesa yao iwe inakaa maalum kuweza kulipa mambo ya madawa. Na hata hii leo wengi wamezungumza mambo mingi, mimi kidogo nitaongea, sifichi maneno kwa sababu sote ni wanasiasa hapa, wala nitakuwa sitelezi kwa mdomo, bora niongee tu ile iko. Hii SHA ambao kwamba tuko nao sahihi, kama si serikali hii kukubali ya kwa kila mmoja aweze kupatiwa kitambulisho, wallahi watu wa sehemu hii ya Garissa, watu wa pwani na kwengine wangelikuwa ni the least beneficiaries ya SHA, kwa sababu bila kitambulisho hauna njia ya kuweza kupata registration yako ya SHA. Kwa hivyo hata mambo yako ya afya yangelikuwa ni yenye kunyimwa na kuweza kuregea nyuma. Licha ya kuwa wengine walisema ya kuwa kwa sababu tunapatiwa vitambulisho sisi ni magaidi, lakini mimi naona kiugaidi wetu tuoneshe ugaidi si kwa mdomo peke yake, tuoneshe ugaidi kwa kuchukua kadi ya kura, na tutaonesha ugaidi aturipui kwa mabomu, tutaripua kwa kura tu sisi. Mimi naonelea hii kuripua tutaripua kwa kura hii mwaka 2027, kwa sababu hata sisi pia mama zetu wamezaa watoto, baba zetu pia wako na uwezo wa kuzaa watoto. Hatuwezi kuwa na idadi ya wingi na huku hatuna vitambulisho, hatuna kadi zetu za kura tuweze kuzishughulikia. Tukimaliza hapa waziri, tutakuwa pamoja na MPDSR, and I want to congratulate all the counties ambazo zimeweza kuparticipate in this. Walotoa watu, nimeona watu wamevaa scrubs tayari, wanaenda into all the various sub counties na wards kuweza kuangalia mambo ya MPDSR. We will be launching that here together. And CS, there are some things we need your assistance on. One is the issue of screening. Two, we are also requesting ya kwa hawa madaktari, hii mambo ya training kikatiba ni lazima serikali kuu iweze kuwachukua wakati wanafanyiwa ile training. And the reason is because inakuwa ni burden, ni mzigo kwa serikali za county. Ndio maana senator anasema ya kuwa tuko na wage bill kubwa, kwa sababu tunataka madaktari wetu waende kusoma. Wakienda kusoma lazima mshahara unaendelea kulipwa. Ile sheria vile inavyosema katiba ni kwa mambo ya training ichukuliwe na serikali kuu. Sisi wakimaliza training tuwachukue kama specialist katika departments zile ambazo kwamba zilioko. And also waziri, mambo mengine mawili tutaomba hii level 5, and I'm sure he's also feeling that burden. Wakati katiba ilipotengenezwa na ile equation ya kwanza ilipofanywa, ni kwa level 5 hospitals were getting grants. Then what happened, ilikuwa iko na time frame, kwa sababu ilikuwa inatumainiwa ya kwa kila county itakuwa na level 5 yake. Lakini sasa hivi tunaona level 5 zinaenda kuchukuliwa kwa sababu kuna counties nyingine wameshindwa kuzimiliki zile level 5. Mimi na ndugu yangu Nadhif na wengine, maoni yetu ni kwa badala ya kupeana level 5 iwe converted into a level 6, you're creating a gap which will also be a burden. Instead of creating that gap, ni bora kuwe na conditional grants ziweze kurudi katika hizi level 5 ili tuweze kusaidiana. Na kama gavana wa Mombasa, we value human resource, but at the same time we value the people who elected us into office and the people who gave us the mandate to be who we are today. Waziri, we need to be able to sit down with yourself, and I'm sure this is something everyone will agree, including a number of good personnel in all the counties out there. Kuna madaktari wengine ambao kwamba wameajiriwa lakini hawako kazini. Hata madaktari wenyewe wananiangalia wanasema sasa ujamaa ashachoma hapa. But it is the truth. Iko madaktari wengine tumewaajiri lakini wako na private clinics. And I know some people are talking about locum, some people are saying that as a specialist there was a CBA that was arranged. But if that is the case, we need to be able to confirm and ascertain how many hours are you present at that particular facility. It is very vital because that is another form of corruption. When you're being paid to be at a county facility and then in return you decide to go into a private facility. And I'm not saying all doctors are bad. Some doctors are excellent. Actually, many of them, medics in general, are excellent. But the one or two ambao wana hepa kidogo, hii ni serikali ya William Samoei Ruto, waziri ni Aden Duale, magavana ni sisi, tutaikana tu mahali petu tuweze kurekebishana, si ndio? And lastly, this is something that has been hitting headlines, that it is to do with devolution. And it is unfortunate. It is very unfortunate. Actually, I'd like to say this in English because the media has gone and misreported. Not misreported, actually purposely reported differently on matters to do with devolution. Recently, there was instructions that were given, and it was actually a cabinet resolution, that things to do with devolution need to be able to be presented at the National Assembly and at the Senate. In the spirit of that, the Deputy President cannot be the one to designate and delegate cabinet resolutions to the legislative arm of government. That needs to be done by someone who is a cabinet secretary. What has simply happened is that delegated power for purposes, in fact, the notice is so clear, the memo is so clear, for the purposes of issues to do with regulations and legislation, that has been given to the Prime Cabinet Secretary. Nimeona magazeti, ma-TV, big headlines. Oh, the Deputy President is being done this and devolution is going to be able to die. Surely, I think it is important. Stop creating havoc when havoc is not there. Havoc will be created by the amount of people who will be registering to be voters in 2027. Ukweli uweze kujitambua hapo. Na mimi nashukuru hapa nimeona watu wanajiregister. Congratulations Nadhif for that excellent job. Hata sisi huko Mombasa tunajipanga, and I'm sure all the other ASAL counties as well wanajipanga tuweze kuhakikisha kwa our numbers are the ones that are going to be able to matter. So karibu tena to all of you. Karibuni Garissa, hapa ni nyumbani kwetu sisi. Kuna damu kidogo ya Kisomali. Shukran sana, asanteni sana.
Asante sana, Governor Nasir. I know time is really hitting us hard, but let me invite quickly my brother, Governor Chaboy, the whip of the COG, our whip rather, Pia, who is representing here our chairman Ahmed, who is out of the country. Karibu, Governor.
Thank you, Governor. Wananchi wa Garissa, assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Muko mgeni wa heshima wetu, CS wetu wa afya Honorable Duale, Governor wetu wa Garissa, Governor mpendwa, Governor Nathif, the host of this very important event, my colleagues, the Excellency Governors, including Governor from Mombasa, our Deputy Governors who are here today, the PS, Ministry of Devolution, Members of Parliament present, Members of the County Assembly present, including the speakers, wahisani wetu, development partners, viongozi wa makanisa na Waislamu ya Muslim community, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Mimi niko hapa kama kiranja wa governors, lakini nitasoma hotuba ya chairman wetu wa Council of Governors. Mtanikubalia tunisome tu kidogo, sio sana. Lakini kabla sijasema hivyo, nimekuja hapa leo, siku ya leo, mara ya kwanza kwa muda mrefu. Mbeleni nilikuja hapa Garissa, nikaja na barabara. Leo nimekuja na ndege. Na nataka kuwaeleza kwamba mwenye macho haambiwi nini? Tazama. Tumeongea hapa na waziri, akaniambia kwamba hapo awali kabla ya ugatuzi, counties 3 ya Northern Kenya walikuwa napata taslim shilingi bilioni 1 kwa mwaka. Na tukaangalia saa hizi tukaona kwamba counties 3 za Northern Kenya zinapata kwa mwaka karibu bilioni 30. Hiyo ni maendeleo, sio maendeleo? Hiyo ni mambo ya ugatuzi. Na ukiangalia pia hizi counties pia zinapata pesa za CDF. Pengine county moja inaweza pata karibu bilioni 1.2. Sasa tunaweza kusema kwamba devolution imeleta mali katika hapa karibuni. Pia nimekuja hapa nikatembea, tukapelekwa kwenye hoteli ingine pale inaitwa Almond Hotel. Alafu nikamwambia governor wa Mombasa, hii hoteli inashinda zile ziko Mombasa pale. Yani hata miti, the trees that are lining up there were looking even better than the ones in Mombasa. Hiyo ni ishara ya ugatuzi unaofanya kazi. Pia nikaongea na governor wenu hapa, governor wa Garissa, akaniambia hivi karibuni alizindua munisipa 6 katika Garissa County. Sasa hiyo ni ugatuzi, sio ugatuzi? Mambo mengi yamesemwa. Hivi majuzi kwa mara ya kwanza kwa miaka zaidi ya 63 kule Wajir wakaweza kuhost celebrations ya Madaraka Day for the first time in independent Kenya. This is the meaning of devolution. Lakini kuna wengine pia ambaye nataka kuongeza hivi kabla sijasoma hii, kwamba kuna wale ambao wanasema tunataka njia ya kugawa pesa za umma katika Kenya hii kwa devolution, wakisema tunataka kugawa pesa kulingana na watu ambao wamekuwa katika sehemu hiyo. Wanasema tunataka 1 shilling 1 person. Na sisi wafugaji tunasema hapana. County kubwa kama Marsabit ambayo inashinda Rwanda kwa upana inaweza kupewa pesa kulingana na 1 shilling 1 man is wrong. Hatutaki kupata serikali ambayo inasema 1 shilling 1 person. Tunataka serikali ambayo inasema 1 shilling 1 kilometer. Ndio tuweze kupata mali kama watu wengine. Kuna wale ambao wanasema devolution haifanyi kazi. Na hata mambo ya maendeleo kidogo wanasema haifanyi. Tumeambiwa kwamba SHA inafanya. Na mimi nataka kusema kwamba mimi mwenyewe najua kwamba SHA inafanya. Mama yangu mwenyewe ametibiwa na pesa ya SHA. Na mimi si kulipa na pesa zangu, ni SHA ambayo ililipa. And I want to tell the CS, SHA is working. But those people who are saying SHA is not working are liars. Wanaita watu wengine waongo. Na kumbe hawa ni waongo. Ukitaka kujua ni waongo, hivi karibuni there is one leader in this country ambaye alisema hakuna highway ambayo inajengwa kutoka Rironi kuelekea kule Rift Valley, kuelekea Mau Summit. Lakini kila siku mimi napitia hiyo barabara. Ukiona zile mashini ziko pale, ni uongo kusema ati barabara haijengwi. Sasa watasema nini tukiona kama inajengwa? So I don't want to add from there. I want to say that I am grateful to be here, and I want to congratulate my colleague for the good work that he's doing. Allow me, therefore, to read this speech on behalf of my chairman, Governor for Mandera, Governor Ahmed. It is a distinct honor to join you today for the official opening of the Devolution Sensitization Week here in this great county of Garissa. On behalf of the Council of Governors, I extend our sincere appreciation to the people and leadership of Garissa County for hosting this significant national engagement. Your warmth, your hospitality, and commitment to strengthening devolution reflects the true spirit of partnership that has become the hallmark of county governments. I also want to pass my sincere appreciation to all our partners and the institutions that have contributed to making the week's activities possible. I saw what was happening in the field today when we were going around, and the evidence of the work partners are doing through the work of Zuri Health. I also want to pass my sincere appreciation to the institutions that have contributed to making this week's activities possible. This Sensitization Week is more than just a calendar event. It is an opportunity to bring devolution closer to the people and reaffirm our collective commitment to improving the lives of Kenyans. The theme of this year's Devolution Sensitization Week, Devolution for Better Health, Empowered Communities, reminds us why devolution remains one of the most transformative pillars of our Constitution. Over the last decade, counties have demonstrated that when decisions are made closer to the people, services become more responsive and communities become more involved. This week gives us an opportunity to translate the theme into tangible actions. Sinema ile tumeonyeshwa saa hizi kuhusu maendeleo ya afya Garissa ni ishara kwamba ugatuzi hasa kwa mambo ya afya inafanya kazi. Tumeambiwa na mbunge wa hapa na pia deputy governor wa Marsabit, wa Mandera, kwamba kuna sehemu ambayo wanafanya upasuaji kwa wamama saa zile wanajifungua kule Banisa. That is devolution. Through the medical camp, thousands of residents will receive free health screening, specialized consultations, health educations, and referrals. This demonstrates that devolution is not merely about structures and institutions. It is about improving the people's lives through accessible and quality public services. Through the legal clinic, citizens will receive legal advice and guidance to better understand their rights and responsibilities. Our goal is simple: to ensure that justice is accessible to all, regardless of distance or financial means. Equally important is the land clinic and engagement sessions on livestock, water, youth, women, PWDs, and refugee needs, which will bring together relevant institutions to help residents to resolve various concerns in these sectors. The above sectors remain a critical resource for livelihoods in this county, hence making accessible their services an essential component of effective governance. These activities demonstrate what devolution stands for: bringing government services closer to the people, promoting inclusion, and ensuring that every Kenyan has an opportunity to benefit from public services regardless of where you are. Ladies and gentlemen, as county governments, we recognize that devolution is a shared responsibility. Its success depends on strong collaboration between the national and county governments. And I want to emphasize that one. Counties are not different from the national government. We are in one country called Kenya. The fact that we are running our own services in the county does not mean that we do not work together with the national government. Constitutional commissions also are there, where we do partner. Development partners are also there, where we do partner. The civil society and the private sector, and most importantly, wananchi that we serve. This sensitization week, therefore, provides an important platform for dialogue. We encourage wananchi to actively participate, ask questions, share ideas. In other words, it's not a matter of just us giving you information. Give us your ideas so that we can also implement them when we get back to the Council of Governors. Share ideas and hold us accountable. That is more important. Where does the money that are brought to Garissa go? You can see it in Garissa Level 5 Hospital. You can see it in the Cancer Center. You can see it in the Wellness Center for maternity services. Devolution thrives when citizens are informed, engaged, and empowered. Let us use this week. And by the way, the MP for this town asked that question. He spoke in Kisomali, but I think I heard what he said. He was asking you people to ask us, the governors. And I almost heard that they were asking that we ask Governor Nathif what he has done with the money. Hold us accountable. It is not a privilege for us to be accountable to you. It is a right for you. Let us therefore use this week to celebrate the milestones we have achieved while candidly reflecting on areas that require greater collaboration and innovation. To the residents of Garissa, I encourage you to take full advantage of the services being offered throughout the week. Visit the medical camp. Seek legal assistance. Where necessary, engage with the land experts. Kama kuna mtu ambaye anataka kunyang'anya shamba, get advice from the legal experts. And participate in the public forums. These services have been brought to you. Please use them. Usije ukasema kama ningalijua ningaliuliza maswali. Together, let us continue building a stronger devolution that delivers better healthcare, empowers communities, creates opportunities for our youth and women. It strengthens local economies. How shall we improve the economy of our people? How can we make the people of Garissa wealthier? How can we improve the GDP of Garissa people? And therefore, we also want to see that devolution secures a more prosperous future for every Kenyan. With those few remarks, I wish you few fruitful deliberations. God bless you. Asanteni sana. But before I sit, I want to add my voice to Governor Mombasa about the role of the people that we educate to be consultants. CS, counties sacrifice a lot of resources for consultants to go for training. You come in as an MO or medical officer of health, and then we send you for training. We release you, even if we are not the ones paying for your fees, but you will go to Kenyatta National Hospital, train for 3, 4, 5 years. And you imagine that we pay you full salary when you are away. That is an investment that the counties have made. And then they come back and they want the workload to be reduced to rounds twice a week. You know? And you think about the amount of money that we pay you in addition to the amount of money that we have spent on you. It is time that we ask ourselves, what is the return on investment for the citizen for the amount of money that we spend in training our consultants? Yes, they are good, but they should also be available to give, to account for the resources that we have spent in training them. Thank you very much, and God bless you. As I go to sit, I was very happy when I heard Duale saying, twende kwenye pahali pa usajili wa watu na pahali pa usajili wa wapiga kura. Na mnasikia wengine wanasema sisi tuko na kura milioni 8. Wewe utasema tuko na kura ngapi? Na ukitaka kuuliza ati unataka mtu wako apewe kazi katika serikali, you must demonstrate that you have numbers. Let us register in numbers so that we can also shout and say sisi watu wa Northern Kenya tuko na kura kiasi fulani, msicheze na sisi. Hivyo ndio mimi nawaomba ili tuweze kupigia kura serikali ya William Samoei Ruto tukiendelea mwakani 2027. Thank you very much and God bless us all.
Thank you very much, my brother. Sasa wacha nichukue fursa hii kumuita our CS Duale, our guest of honor for today. But before I call the CS, Somali baan waxaan ku hadli rabaa dadka reer Garissa waa hawshan oo ku saabsan ID cardka iyo votaga. Shakadan shaka culus weeyaan. Warkeedana waad haysiin inagama maqno. Hawshaas anaga inoo taala. Waa bilownay anigu waa arkaysa weegi aan soo dhaafnay shaqo badan baan qabanay. Waa iskaga imaanay arrintaas arrin weyn weeyaan. Dowladda dhexe, county-ga, civil society-ga waxba nagama maqneen. Chiefyaha waa la wada imaaday. Hadda shaqada waa la bilaabay. Weegana waxaan dhahnay imaada halkan dadka ha maartay nafaas ha helaan oo ID card ay ku qaataan oo islamarkaasna kuwa ayagana haastaan maartay ID card votaga halka lagu siiyo. Marka hadda banaankan maanta waxaa fadhiya kuwii ID cardka goonayeen iyo kuwii votaga goona IBC ahayeen. Halaga fadhiisto. Reer Garissa baan khaas oo la hadlayaa. Reer Garissa waxaa la dhahaa Reer Garissa totalka ahaan dadka magaalada hadda ku nool markii caruurta laga bixiyo waxaa weeyaan taqriiban 160 iyo 150 kun baa la dhahaa. waxa kura haysto hataa 80 kun ma gaarayeen Reer Garissa. macnaha yani dad yar dad markii loo dad badan baan kura haysto oo Reer Garissa magaalada dhexdeeda degan. marka kuraha waxa loo qaadanaya ma garanayno. We want Reer Garissa inaad kuraha aad qaadatiin. waana la haastaa waxa leeyahay dadkii madaxweynaha kuraha wuu furay ID cardka waa la furay laakiin dadkii cardka way iska haastaan mag IBC votaga ma goosanayeen. marka madaxweynaha wuu ogsoon yahay inaan jecelnahay meel kastoo abdi Reer Garissa 2 term waa la ogol yahay laakiin 2 term oo faariq maxay sheegaysaa 2 term oo aad u haysan ID card muxuu ahaa voting card waxba sheegayso. marka waxaan doonaynaa arrinta madaxda waa laga hadlayaa haddana banaanka joogaan hal la qaato voting cardka oo IBC-da. tunawahimiza IBC are here, please register. And our chiefs should be here. Bwana DCC, I know you are doing a good job. Ring, let the chiefs be here to support the community. Asanteni sana. Kwa hayo, let me now invite Iliso Dewea Super Martin CS Kena. Karibu ndugu waziri.
Bismillah. Please let's sit down. Bismillah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. His Excellency the Governor of Garissa, the Governor of Baringo, who is our Council of Governors Whip, my brother, the Chair of the Council of Governors Health, Governor Abdul Samad, the CEO and the whole leadership of the Council of Governors, our Deputy Governors, CEOs, elders like the Chairman of the Equalization Fund, colleagues, members of Parliament, na watu wa Garissa. For me today is a great honor because I really want to commend the Council of Governors under the leadership that is present, together with the government and the people of Garissa County, for convening this very important conversation under the theme, Devolution for Better Health, Empowering Communities. And this is a true measure of devolution. It's not about the number of functions that has been transferred, but the quality of service that is delivered to our citizens. 13 years ago, there was a promulgation of our constitution, and I happened to be in parliament then, and I happened to be a young member of parliament under the leadership of the former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. And that constitution brought many things, from an independent judiciary to a very robust Bill of Rights. But there were two things that those of us who are now claiming for a new constitution, a very good public finance chapter, but there were two things. And one, we got it, and I really want the governor of Mombasa to listen to me. The one that we got, which was in the heart of Raila Odinga then, and our president, among other leaders, was devolution, ugatuzi. In fact, we stood and said we must get devolved. Why did we say? Because the whole of Kenya was run through one street, and PS Mahabub knows. From the National Treasury to the office of the president, that is where resources were shared. That was where decision was made. And the people who were making those decisions, I don't want to go into another controversy, they know themselves. And they opposed us. They opposed the chapter of devolution. But I really want to thank Raila Odinga and William Ruto. They stood firm. The other one that they could not allow us to do was Raila Odinga and us believed in a parliamentary system of government. But those who had the tyranny of numbers refused us parliamentary system of government. And before I die, I hope one day there will be a parliamentary system of government that will devolve the election in our country from bomas to the constituencies. Like in many others, like in India, like in UK, like in Ethiopia, where elections are won at the constituency level. The party with the highest number of MPs will form the next government. But what do we have now? And I'll make it. You know, I like making very controversial statements. The people who believe in the tyranny of numbers today, if 3 or 2 of the largest communities in Kenya connive, they form a coalition, they will take over the presidency. And that is why the people of Coast Province and Northern Kenya, the pastoralist, we will make sure in the next election and in the subsequent elections, we will be number 1 in terms of the tyranny of numbers. We will marry 4 wives. We will produce a lot of children. Kama mlitukataza parliamentary system, we will find you in a presidential system. Tutazaana, tutakuwa na numbers, hizo numbers zenu tutaifikia. But Raila Odinga believed in a parliamentary system where a Pokot, a Turkana, a Mijikenda, a Somali. Because let me tell you a good thing. There was somebody who was saying, oh, Aden Duale was made a leader of majority by somebody. Nobody made me. We were in a coalition, URP, TNA. When William Ruto took the position of the deputy president, the next position was that of the leader of majority. I became the leader of majority in as far as URP slots in that coalition was concerned. And that is how Ekwe Thurwa Turkana also became the Speaker of the Senate. Nobody gave, in fact, the only person who can say he gave me was my party leader then of URP, William Ruto. You know, I saw a small girl from Kiambu ranting on social media. Small girl. You know, I was in parliament when Michuki Kibaki was MP for Daya, when the Right Honorable Raila Odinga was MP for Langata, and the person now who is the legal mind of the devolution, sitting behind you, Mary, was our legal mind. That is a man. That is a man. You know, people think devolution just came. We had technocrats like that guy, that professor. Today, I want to say without no fear of contradiction, as the Minister for Health and working with the Council of Governors, the transformation in the health sector reforms today by His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, from the equipment program in our hospital. Today, under the equipment program, you will find a CT scan in Garissa PGH. Today, you have the regional blood center in Garissa PGH. Today, you have the regional cancer center in Garissa, Mombasa, and Nakuru. And we are building one in Kisii, working with the Council of Governors. We are building the one in Jaramogi. Today, KEMSA has a high refill rate because of the collaboration with the Council of Governors. Today, if you go to Lamu County, King Fahd Hospital, where people used to die on the way from Lamu to Mombasa, today, under the progressive leadership of Issa Timami, you have an oxygen plant, you have an ICU, you have a CT scan, you have a pediatric wing, you have a private wing, just like we have it in Garissa PGH. Without devolution, devolution has challenges. The way even the national government, which has lived since 1963, has challenges. Mimi ndio najua, tangu nimekuwa waziri wa afya, my closest partners are the Council of Governors. Working with them today, we have posted over 6,200 interns in our hospitals. Paid for by the national government, working in our counties. Today, we are working with the Council of Governors to reduce the maternal mortality and newborn. Hawa governor na rais wamesema hakuna siku mama atakufa Kenya na mtoto atakufa. And governors, I want to assure you that number of 355 to 100,000 is not right. I had a meeting yesterday with AMREF, Global Health. In fact, Kenya is below 100. Me and Governor Nadif, April last year, we saw there were 18 mothers who died from January to April. Working with him and his CEC and the PGH team, we put in place systems that made sure hakuna mama amekufa PGH. And I can tell you, since April last year, only 2 mothers died, and they were referrals from Tana River and the refugee camp. That is when leadership at both levels unite. Then the people. So devolution, what he has shown, I have been to the hospital. Hata kama utaki governor, utaki waziri, lakini ukweli lazima tuseme. Leo wa Kenya 32.1 million wamekuwa registered na SHA. Number 1 county is Mombasa. Wale wa Kenya 32 million wanaenda kwa hospitali ya county governments. The only thing now that President Ruto, under his health transformation, and governors, let me tell you, as of yesterday, the Social Health Authority has paid 172 billion in 18 months. NHIF used to pay 3 months. Hawajapitisha 5.1 billion. By Monday yesterday, SHA paid 11.9 billion. The president is going to launch the National Emergency Ambulance Dispatch. Mkenya akikuwa mgonjwa katika barabarani, ile ambulansi ataitisha kwa simu 992, itakuja, ambulance italipwa mafuta na kila kitu inalipwa na SHA, anapelekwa hospitali. The first 24 hours, hata akitaka ICU, whether he's registered with the SHA or not, he will be attended to. That is a transformation as national government, we are doing with our brothers, the county government. So if you want to see devolution, success in devolution, as the Minister for Health, health is number one. What are we doing now? What the president is doing is saying, in every region now, we want to have a referral hospital like Kenyatta. In Mombasa, the governor has given us land. Out of the 15 hospitals we are going to build, Mombasa, there will be a referral at Chuda, I think. You have agreed with the president. Our governor has given the whole of northern Kenya, Garissa PGH, and I really want to thank him. I really want to thank Governor Nadif for giving PGH to be the Kenyatta National Hospital referral for this region, the 5 counties. In Nyanza, we have turned Jaramogi now to be a referral. In Eldoret, we have MTRH. In Central, we have Kenyatta University, and we have Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital. In Western, we are going to have the Kakamega Level 6 Hospital and Bungoma Level 6 Hospital. In Kericho, under the African Development Bank, we are putting a new Level 6. So that Kenyans don't move. They don't leave Garissa to go to Kenyatta Hospital. They must have their Kenyatta National Hospital here. So governors, I really want to thank you. The choice for Garissa to host this very important function represents both of the very remarkable progress that devolution has made historically in underdeserved regions like Garissa. Garissa reminds us that equity must remain at the heart of our national development. Whether geography, climate, or the distance should never decide or determine whether a mother survives childbirth or whether a newborn lives beyond the first month of life. While we celebrate these gains, we must also confront the reality that maternal and newborn mortality remains unacceptably high. Thousands of mothers and newborns continue to lose their lives each year from a very preventable causes. With the burden of the failing on our ASAL regions in terms of healthcare and other undeserved counties, every maternal death is a tragedy. Every newborn death is one too many, and these are not merely statistics. Their lives, their families, and their future loss. So mimi niko nafurahi sana. I agree with the Council of Governors. We need to do something about doctors' training. I have seen it and I have talked to a number of people. They are part of the reforms that we are doing. And I want you to agree with me and help me that if Garissa wants to send, for example, 5 doctors, we want our doctors to go out and get specialized. But we want Garissa or Mombasa to tell us we lack this particular specialty. Because we are overproducing in certain specialties, and in certain specialties we are lacking. And their place is being taken by foreign specialists. Ultimately, we want to turn our country to be the hub of medical tourism. And that is why, under Shah, I have gazetted only 37 ailments that cannot be treated in our country. If you can be treated in Garissa, or Mombasa Coast General, or Nyeri, or KNH, we don't want to go and give our money to another country for them to build the healthcare system. We want our money to remain here. We want our healthcare workers to be the beneficiaries of that resource. So MPDSR is a very, very important aspect of the whole transformation and reforms we're doing in the health sector. From digitization to making sure KEMSA has the right drugs, to making sure that we have a very robust health financing, and to make sure that our human resource, our healthcare workers are motivated, both in terms of training and in terms of their salary scale. And I really want to thank the Council of Governors. Let me say it myself, and I'm not saying for the sake of it, and I even say it in cabinet. that our two levels of government are not competing. Our two levels of government are complementary. Where we feel the Council of Governors is right, the national government led by the president, we are with you. Where we feel we need to have more consultation, we will have more consultation. All of us, we are serving the people of Kenya. So asanteni sana. Leo, I also want to thank, is it Zuri? Yeah, Zuri, thank you very much. I think ultimately we'll discuss with the Council of Governors because I think the burden of cancer in our country, the way we are dealing with universal health coverage at Taifa Care and making sure that health is an equalizer, we must also deal with, and the way we are dealing with maternal and newborn deaths, we are going to focus on NCDs and more so cancer. Because close to 44,000 Kenyans every year get cancer. And out of that, close to 29,000, they die. They die of either breast cancer, cervical cancer, name it. I think where we are missing as a country is that we must invest in early screening and early detection. Most of our citizens come to hospital when they have got, the cancer has reached either stage 3 or stage 4. So this is something we are going to have with the Council of Governors, with the Cabinet, with the President, that we create mobile screening and the early detection vehicles moving in our villages, going to the markets, checking whether our mothers who are at the market. And there was a machine that we were launching in one of the counties, a mammograph, about 6 months ago. And the vendor was testing. And out of the 1,000 women that were tested, 20% had traces of breast cancer. These are women who are just selling in the market. So we must go to the people and test. And I really want to ask, and now it's part of the primary health care. We need to put in the primary health care. Hata ule jamaa, hata ule mtu ako na malaria akienda hospitali, katika hospitali kuna mahali ya kupima whether there are any traces. And I think this is something we are going to work. I think finally I really want to thank M-Pesa Foundation. The thousands of the people who are in the line, who are being treated. Our son now is a member of the trustee. I want to assure you, this with the Governor Nadif, this is I think the 4th medical camp we have done. And if we treat 2,000 people, you have seen that, I'm sure in the next 1 week, they'll reach 10,000. This is what you call bringing that leadership to the community. I also want to thank the provincial administration led by the DCC. Mimi nilisema, I will not go to a meeting. Hata nikienda harusi, lazima watu wa ID na watu wa registration wakuwe. Nilikuwa Lafey, nilikuwa Sako constituency weekend. Leo nimefurahi ID card na voters card hata hawasikii maneno. I can see the line is still very long. Why are we doing that? You know, there are people who are saying, there's a man who is saying, ananapia kifua anasema ako na 7 million votes. So I went to the database of IBC last night. Huyu mtu hata kura hiyo anasema haiko. It's about 3.5. Na hiyo 3.5, hata ukitoa wale wa Kenya wengine wanaishi pale, itakuja 2.5. Simulisikia jana anamwambia ati raisi ni nyoka. Na ataua nyoka na mayai yake. Na hata akasema ati mimi next election sijui ataniua, atanifanya nini. I want to tell them, huyo mama amesema they can do nothing to you in Kisomali. I want to tell them, hawa watu waliingia siasa juzi. You know, God blessed me. I was sitting with Mwai Kibaki as the MP for Odhaya. Mimi nimekaa na Michuki, nimekaa na Ole Ntimama, George Saitoti, you know, they're really leaders of our country. Nilikuwa na Mother Karua alikuja hapa. Unajua amesahau. Alikuja hapa 2005 Mother Karua. Nataka nisikize vizuri. Alikuwa anapigia debe ile banana na orange. Sisi watu wa orange wa Raila Odinga tulifukuza hapa. Alafu akasema, that is the word she used. That, you know, you guys, you can't even convince these refugees. She called us refugees then in 2005. 20 years later, another one is calling us when we meet the president, the first president to go and sleep in Mandera in the history of Kenya was William Ruto. Tumefurahi, tumemchinjia mbuzi, tumekana kama viongozi. Anatuambia rais amekutana na Al-Shabaab. Hiyo si matusi? Wakati rais alikuja Wajia, akatoa ile mambo ya discrimination ya watu wa Pwani, sisi watu wa Busia, akatoa, akaweka signature mwenyewe. Mahali inaitwa kama Mvita Grounds, inaitwa ama Tononoka Grounds, inaitwa Orehei Grounds. Tafuteni hiyo video. Akakuja akasema huyo sasa ametoa hiyo ili wagaidi na hawa Somali na takataka yao wachukue kipande. Hiyo si matusi? Unajua mjinga ulikuwa nafikiri akirefuka mwerevu wako mashakani. Sisi watu wa Pwani na wafugaji na Waislamu tumerefuka. Wewe Abdul Nasir, huyu baba yake na Hussein Maalim were the first two ministers, Muslim ministers in the history of Kenya. Huyu amezaliwa mahali naitwa Majengo. Huyu Abdul Samad alikuwa mjumbe wa Mvita na ni mtu baba yake. Unajua baba yake alikuwa mtu wa ajabu sana. Hata alipokuwa waziri hakuenda kuishi Nyali, hakuishi Kizingo. Baba huyu alikuwa anaishi Majengo. Sasa pale Majengo watu wengi waliuawa. Ile misikiti inaitwa nini? Masjidil Musa. Kama siku ile ya katiba tukibadilisha, kama tungefaulu kuwa na parliamentary system, hii kifua watu wanapiga haingekuwa. And maybe a time will come when Kenyans in their wisdom, because we don't want, if you have a parliamentary system, there will be no post-election violence. Because all the votes will be counted in the constituency. Whoever has the highest number, or the coalition of parties with the highest number, will form the government. And if that prime minister fails, so wakati wa katiba, sisi tulikuwa na kadi ya devolution na parliamentary. Sasa wakati wakatuambia tuchague moja. You know that the lawyer is laughing, it's true. Wakatuambia you guys cannot get devolution and parliamentary system. Sisi tukaona wacha tuchukue ugatuzi. President Ruto, former prime minister tukachukua hiyo. And you know, the only people in the public servants who can play politics by law are ministers. Even when they parliament passed the conflict of interest bill, they put it there. That ministers, even governors, your ministers can campaign for you, they can play politics. PSS and below they can't. So mimi sasa ofisi mimi nitakaa Monday to Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, mimi napiga debe ya William Ruto. Ule hataki akwende kabisa. Na hiyo WhatsApp group ndio tuko hapo. Ongeza watu ya Coast. Siku tumesema kuna WhatsApp group ya watu wafugaji. Tutaongeza. So tafadhali watu wetu mkate kipande. But I want to thank, just to conclude, I want to thank the leadership of the Council of Governors led by our sister, the whole team, our doctors who were there. And Abdul Samad said, there is no way you can delink politics and development. They are intertwined. Our people, mnazikia? Hii siasa ya Kenya ndio development. So I really want to thank the staff of the healthcare workers in Garissa led by the CEC, the chief officers, our CEO at the PGH. I'm sure when you go to sub-counties like Balambala, Dadaab, you go to sub-counties like Bura, you will see we have not reached where we wanted. But for the first time, a mother can do a cesarean in any of our sub-counties. Na huyu Katra alifanya hapa kazi. Wakati mimi nilikuwa mjumbe, she was in PGH. She is one of the people who transformed PGH. Huyu. The Council of Governors, you have got a very special person. She was a chief nursing and I think she was in charge of referrals. So we have given you our best. Mary unasikia? We have given you one of our best. Yes. And as a minister, I am ready. I have been and I'm willing. My work will not be okay without the Council of Governors and the counties. Huyu chair wa health na Mary, tukiingia kwa jam, mimi na waitanga hawa. Hebu kujeni. The last meeting they were with the chairman, they were with the vice chair, they were with the chairman of health, the Mary was there, and we resolved many issues. So, ya mwisho, which the governor said, the deputy president, if you read the Statutory Instruments Act, it says the only person who can deliver regulations to the National Assembly is the minister. So the deputy president is the chair of IBEC, is the chair of many things, but when it comes to regulations, even touching on IBEC, he has to look for a minister to sign on his behalf. Only he has delegated the signature to go into parliament. So my good friend, and let me tell you good people, I have worked with Professor Kindiki as a leader of majority, the first leaders of majority. I have worked with him as the Minister for Interior and myself Minister for Defense. Kenya has a very decent, educated, Mungwana, down to earth, working with his boss, Professor Kindiki. I wish we had Professor Kindiki from day one. Lakini Mungu hakupanga. So we have, Kenya is proud to have a very dedicated, decent, highly educated, down to earth deputy president. Wale wanamkiajeli hawamjui Professor Kindiki. So mimi niko hapa nyuma. Unajua loyalty ndio inakupeleka mahali. Ukikuwa loyal tu. Huyu Abdulsamad amekuwa loyal kwa mzee Raila. Mimi nimekaa nyuma ya Ruto na huyu Kindiki. But ultimately we want to work for our people. I want to thank our healthcare workers, our consultants who have agreed to work in some of the most remote areas. Very few consultants want to go to remote areas. So those who are working, Governor, they must be treated very well. You know, they go there. It's good to appreciate people. The backbone of our healthcare system, and that is why we agreed we should have no industrial disputes with the healthcare workers, whether it's internship, whether I'm happy you have resolved the issue of the CBA. You know, I was talking to David and I told him, now you have no problem. From August, you'll get your money. So we want to resolve all problems with our healthcare workers so that they also be very comfortable and stuff. So with those many, many remarks, it is my honor and duty to officially launch and yes, that is a very constitutional day for us. That is our collective responsibility, and I'm happy that today all of us as leaders, we want to move forward. And I really want to ask the Council of Governors, let's continue. From here, we go to another county. And help me reduce, and government reduce, the maternal and newborn mortality. That should be our focus. Thank you, Governor. Thank you for bringing us. We are proud of you. Continue.
Waziri, before you go, wajua watu wa Garissa saa zingine, we need to give them a bit of understanding on some of these issues. When we met and we agreed, me and you, and we discussed that we should turn Garissa Level 5 Hospital to Level 6, I agreed because I know the value of what it means to go to level 6. Lakini watu wengine wakiwa pia wanasiasa wakasema kwamba labda wewe governor umeshindwa to run this hospital. I want to tell them, waxaan ina fahansiin rabaa wasiirka waad maqlayseen level 6 kan aan ka dhigayno Garissa County ma aha yani cisbitaalkii baan kari la'nahay. sheekada hayto sheekada daciifka meelaha laga bixiyo. cisbitaalkan lacagta laga baxdo iyo meeshii uu joogay before devolution iyo meeshii aan soo gaarsiinay waad garanaysiin. iyo maanta iniga shaahidka ka taga soo fiiriya. marka level 6 ka waxaan u dooranaynaa inaan ka dhigno macnaha inuu noqdo cisbitaal weyn oo lacag badan la helo, dawladda laga helo, dibadda laga helo, oo marka regionka oo dhanba uu anfaco oo si aad u sii weyn u shaqeeyo oo lacag aad far badan uu helo. marka inta aan baa jirtaa laakiin dadka leeyihiin governor show meesha uu ku rafaaday kuma rafaadeen been baa sheegaysid. Please.
In fact, for us to take over Garissa PGH as level 5 hospital, there are certain conditions. And the governor has done serious investment in equipment, in expansion. He is building the mother and child. You have seen it. So once we have the mother and child, we have the regional cancer center, we have the blood center. We have opened with him a new wards. We have enough theaters. It has qualified to serve now not only Garissa, to serve Wajir, Mandera, Marsabit, Isiolo, Tana River, and Lamu. And then we will upgrade some of our level 4s to level 5. Even within this town, we will upgrade Medina level 4 to go to level 5. Maybe upgrade 15 from level 4 to level 5. So the governor can now be busy with the level 4, level 5 and below. We are putting Balambala, you have seen it's coming up. We have level 4 in Modogash, in Bura. He will have the resources now for PGH, will be taken by the national government, and he now will take his resources to the level 4 and level 5. marka waxaan sheekada maartay laga hadlay meelaha BBC lagu dhageystay fadhi ku dirka waxa ay ku dhibin waaratan airportkeena soo yaalo terminalka quraxda badan governor dhise way agtaagan yahay maamuleyso rumamsamo stadiumka soo socdo county-ga ay dhisaysa marka waxa weeyo waxaan ku dhahay ani adeeraad maxaa la jiray ma wareyside warqaar somo marka xagga caafimaadka hadii nadiif warba naga hari doona ana marka wasiirka caafimaadka asagana governor u ahaa waxaan rabnaa inaan blood center-ga asayto meel kale la adeegro somo hada waa regional somo cancer waa limit. So our governor has done, he upgraded, he invested both in human capital, and I am very happy that our staff at PGH now will transition. In fact, we are forming the transition committee with your CEC at Afia House, and we expect the national government to invest 3 billion in fact, starting with equipping the mother and child. Watashanga sana. We should go on a tour. In fact, now he's putting more wards because our maternity now is overcrowded. So he's putting more wards. So thank you very much. You focus on delivery. هدي نبي محمد يو أنبياشة يعني الدخل أيوة واحد لقى الشيء سو بقرا زين أرنكي نبي نوح يدونته ويلكي ساديده أودا يعني بورتا فوري مركا تكلم بقرا كوي هذا شال كريرين سيد نبي نوح مركا ده that's very good I can see محبوب is laughing. So let's focus on delivery.
وزيري واد ما سنتاي هذا المركز أنت عيد هذا أنا مدي له هذا أساس. Okay, Marka Hada, we are now coming. Let me now invite our chair, our CEO, Mary. Please come back to the front so that now you can take over from here. I know time we are not doing very well. Watu wamekaa na njaa, and therefore it's important that we conclude very quickly. I really wish that we can hasten whatever is remaining for the morning session. Asante.
Tupigieni gavana makofi tafadhali. CS Aden Duale, we truly appreciate you as a champion of devolution. Since you came to the ministry, we have realized nothing short of cooperation, coordination, and consultation in matters health. We truly appreciate. Now we are just coming to the end. I want to call the MPDSR, the moderator here. We just want to do one panel so that the CS can be able to articulate issues of policy direction in health. Then I will be able to break for lunch. So before I invite, as I invite Colleen Araka here and the panelists as you take your seat, Colleen Araka is a quality assurance specialist from Pumwan Maternity Hospital and one of our MPDSR champions, together with very many other champions.